came back home in another tough spot. You feel good about the way the team has worked these 3 days?
I do.
Preparation
Yeah, I've said this all year. This is not a team that dogs it in practice, and I've been around teams that dog it in practice. This is not one of those, and so we don't dog it in the games either. We just haven't been able to, finish it off. So, I like where we're at in terms of our carriage and our, body language in practice, and the competitive spirit is certainly there. And so for that, I know, the one thing I know is we haven't lost this team. So it's all about what we got to do tomorrow night, 6:30.
A lot of people talk about Josh leaving last year, but having XT gone, Freyshawn gone, those were two guys you could rely on off the bench.
Absolutely.
Is that still what you're trying to find even here now in the late January?
No question. I think it's a great point that people don't talk about a lot. Xavier Talton gave us great stability, great leadership as a senior, guy who made open shots, and you can count on. It's funny, we were in a meeting the other day, and I asked what the thought for the day was, and this is 45 minutes. I think we were lifting that day, maybe it was an hour before practice started, and nobody knew except for Lucas Seaward, who's a freshman. Well, last year, Xavier Talton knew it every time. He's one of those guys that, as a coach or as a teacher, professor, you ask your class a question, he was always the first to raise his hand. We don't have that guy this year. We don't have that. That day it was Lucas, but it's not consistently Lucas. It was every day. It was Xavier Talton was there, so he was an everyday guy, and yeah, we do miss him.
It's a theory I have, but you've won so much here, and is it possible that guys assumed that would happen because that's what's happened before?
I think it's a great theory. I think you're right on. I think you're right on the mark.
Was that part of the deal the first day we saw you up here when you said you brought him back down to earth and said this isn't just going to happen?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Did you want me to field that question?
Well, no. I've talked to Pat about this, and he and I have had that conversation multiple times, and you're right on the mark. And it's I always go back to my days as an investment advisor. Past performance is not a guarantee of future returns, and that's truly the case with this basketball team this year. The past performance of the recent Colorado basketball team doesn't guarantee you're going to win a game this year. We have to understand that.
Is there anything else from investment advising you can apply to this trip?
Well, you're selling every day. I know that. It's you don't have the thing about the investment business is every single business day, there was gains or there was losses, and it was a day-to-day battle. This is a day-to-day battle, but you're really judged on 35 or so days a year during a 365 calendar year. So that's how many games are in a season. It's about, roughly 31 to 35, depending on how well you do or if you get into postseason. So it might be more than that, but you're judged basically on that rather than but the day-to-day stuff that you do is indicative of that. That's where it comes from. So there's a lot of similarities in terms of the daily grind. And you're selling, you're always recruiting, coaching. Recruiting never stops. 365, your investments, you're always prospecting, always looking for that new client or new idea. So yeah, a lot of similarities.
What do you expect when this team comes out here tomorrow? What do you expect to see?
I expect to see great energy. I expect to see great effort. I expect to see a focused team, a team with a chip on their shoulder that's playing with those things in mind.
X's and O's wise, what do you guys have to execute to finally get in the win count tomorrow night?
Well, it'll certainly help if we, continue to share the ball and move the ball offensively and get great shots and take care of it, and not turn it over offensively. And then defensively, we've got to stay focused for 40 minutes, understanding who we're playing, what are their strengths, what is our game plan. Stephen Thompson and Drew Eubanks are two of their guys that we've got to be really, really concerned with. We have to take a challenge with both those guys and do a great job defensively.
Are the things plaguing this group? Are they things that can be adjusted midstream?
They can be fixed. I'm not. If I could adjust them on the bench with controls or shock therapy or something, I'd do it. I'm not sure I can control it from the bench. The only thing I can control is who I'm playing, how much I'm playing them, and what defense we're in, and the offensive calls to some degree. But outside of that, is it fixable? Absolutely. Is it controllable? Again, I control as a coach what I can control, and I have to be responsible for that, and I am. And I'm responsible, actually. At the end of the day, I'm responsible for the whole kit and caboodle. So
A lot of it's on them now.
well, look, players understand. You get into league play, you get into close games, and players have to make plays for you to be successful. And I know that as a coach. It gets back to recruiting and decision making there, and who we're bringing in, and that sort of thing. So, look, it all falls on me at the end of the day. So I don't want to be the kind of coach when things are bad is to point fingers at our players. I do know this: when we beat Xavier in here, it's because our players made plays.